when the kiss becomes a wound. Imagine a father raises his son with love, discipline, and care. That son grows up, but one day he turns against his father, steals his throne, his people, and his peace. As if that pain was not enough, the father's closest friend, his trusted advisor, whispers in the ears of his enemies, plotting his downfall. That was David's story. When his son Absalom rebelled, as per 2 Samuel 15, and Ahithophel, his wisest counselor, betrayed David. In Psalm 55, David pours out the pain, cry of a wounded heart. We can see in Psalm 55, 1 to 8 verses. David cries to the Lord, "Give ear to my prayer, O God. My heart is in anguish within me." He feels crushed, trembling, desperate to escape. He says, "Oh, that I had wings like a dove, I would fly away and be at rest." So, Lord, I can fight armies, but how do I fight my own son? He says to the Lord. How do I endure my friend's betrayal? And this David's life experience, we can see the same connection, similar connection to Jesus in Gethsemane. Jesus prayed in anguish. He sweat like drops of blood in Luke 22:44. Like David, Jesus longed for another way, yet surrendered to the Father's will. David says in 12 to 14 verses of 55 Psalm, "If an enemy were insulting me, I could endure. But it is you, my companion, my close friend, with whom I once enjoyed sweet fellowship at the house of God." See, David, he knows Saul or Philistines, they are their enemies. But it was Ahithophel, one of the closest friend of David, who had prayed with him, worshipped with him, shared meals with him, discussed with him, enjoyed his life with him. But betrayal doesn't come with a sword, it comes with a smile. A friend who once prayed with you might gossip against you. A family member who sat at your table, who is at your home for some years along with you, he traveled with you, but now he wounds you behind your back. Judas walked with Jesus for 3 years. We can see that in the Bible. He saw miracles of Jesus, heard parables of Jesus, he ate bread at the Last Supper with Jesus. Yet with a kiss he betrayed the Son of God. In Luke 22:47 we can see. David had his Ahithophel who betrayed him, backstabbed him, and Jesus had his Judas. But the turning point in this Psalm 55 is from 16 verses to 22. From pain of David, he converts, he shifts his pain to prayer. He doesn't just be like weeping. He says, David, he does not end in despair. He says, "As for me, I call to God, and the Lord saves me." He puts his trust in the Lord. And he says, "Evening I pray to God, morning I pray to God, noon I cry out in distress, and he hears my voice." And he says in 22 verse, "Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you." David realizes, "I cannot carry this pain, but God can. I cannot fight betrayal, but God will fight for me." The fate of the betrayal, David ends, "But you, O God, will bring down the wicked into the pit of decay." David was betrayed, but God lifted him back to the throne. Jesus was betrayed, but God raised him to the eternal glory. You may be betrayed, I may be betrayed by my family members, by your friends or our colleagues, but if you cast your burden on the Lord, he will sustain you. So today's verse is, cast your burden on the Lord and he will sustain you.